Hi guys, welcome back to Ash Talks Basketball, and today we're doing the NBA playoff predictions. The season just ended yesterday, and I'm ready for the new playoffs in 2023. Starting out west, it will be Denver against New Orleans if they win the play-in, and I think Denver should be able to clean up. They may not be good in the playoffs, but they shouldn't be losing a 1 versus 8 seed. I think they'll win this series in 6. For the 4th versus 5th seed, you've got Phoenix versus Clippers. Clippers have been surprisingly good this season, and they've been really well with Terrence Mann, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. But I just don't think they're good enough to beat someone like Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. And I think Phoenix have a really good chance of winning it this year, and I don't think Clippers will be the team to stop them. Phoenix moving on in 5. For Sacramento versus the Warriors, I think this is going to be a really close series. Sacramento got unlucky to go up against the reigning champions, and as such a young team, Sacramento are going to struggle. But I think Sacramento will be able to pull it out in 7. I think Sacramento is a very skilled team, and I think they'll be able to win it here in 7. Then for Memphis versus the Lakers, I think Memphis are going to find it hard against such an experienced team, but Lakers just haven't found their footing yet. I don't think they're a compact team as the Memphis Grizzlies, and Ja Morant's going to have to prove himself, and I think this is the exact series he's going to be able to do it. Grizzlies in 5. Now out east, we have Milwaukee versus Atlanta. I think Atlanta's a very skilled team and they could win a game here or there, but Milwaukee's just so talented. They have a very high chance of winning the championship this year. I think Trae Young will be able to steal a game, but I think Milwaukee in 5. Now for probably the series of the first round, Cleveland versus New York. Both teams have been extremely impressive, and I think this series is going to go down to the wire. But I'm going to say Cleveland win in 6, just because they've been to the finals before, they're more experienced, and I think I can trust people like Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell to show up in those big games, unlike someone like Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson. Now for the 3rd versus 6th seed, you got Philly versus Brooklyn. The only reason Brooklyn's in this series in the playoffs is because of Kevin Durant. They should not be up this high. I don't think they deserve the spot. Philly sweeping it in the first round. Then you've got Miami versus Boston. Miami's a really good team. We expected a bit more from them in the regular season, but Jimmy Butler always plays best in the playoffs. I think Miami could do really well, and I think they'll surprise some people, but Boston will still win in 6. Now for the second round out west. You've got Denver versus Phoenix. Denver is the first seed. You would expect them to go far, but I think the Phoenix is so experienced, as I talked about in another video. Denver are not trustworthy in the playoffs. I think Phoenix will have an easy first round against one of the easiest teams out west for the second round. I know it's hard to say, but Denver need to find their footing in the playoffs, and I hope they do, but I don't see them winning this series. Phoenix in 6. Then you've got Sacramento versus Memphis. I know people would be leaning towards Memphis, and I could be too. But I think this series is going to go really close. But I don't see Memphis winning this. I don't think they're as built enough. The Ja Morant thing will be a part of this. But I still see Sacramento winning in 7. I think they're a really talented team. Domantas Sabonis is in the top 5 for MVP rankings after the season. I believe in him. I believe in De'Aaron Fox. They've got a really good team around them. I see Sacramento going to the Western Conference Finals. And then out east for the Eastern Conference semifinals, you got Milwaukee versus Cleveland. Cleveland's a really young and talented team, and I think they could go really far. but not this season. I think Milwaukee will be able to win this easy just because they're so more experienced in the playoffs and they've had this team together for years. I think Milwaukee will be able to clean it up in 6. And out east for the 2nd and 3rd seat battle, you've got Boston versus Philadelphia. 2 really talented and powerhouse teams going at it here. But I think Boston is just a level above Philly. Philly could win this series, but I just see Boston pulling out, winning this series in 6. Now for the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. You've got Phoenix versus Sacramento and Boston versus Milwaukee. Starting out west, you've got Phoenix versus Sacramento. I know I had a lot of faith in Sacramento going into this playoffs, but I just think Phoenix are so talented. KD in the finals, Chris Paul, if he shows up, and Devin Booker can be so deadly. I think Phoenix will be able to pull this out and win this series in 6. And then you've got Milwaukee versus Boston. Both really talented teams, and I honestly think this series will go either way. Definitely will go to 7 if there are no injuries. But I think I have to lean towards Milwaukee. Milwaukee are just so good. They've been together this whole year. They've been so consistent. And I think Milwaukee will win in 7 just because of Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton. A big 3 that seems unbreakable in the East will be able to pull it out here and go up against Phoenix in the finals. Now, for the rematch of the 2021 finals. Last time, Milwaukee was pulled it through in 6. But personally, I think it will be going the other way. I think Phoenix are so talented. They've got KD, who I think will push them over the edge. And I think Phoenix will win in 7. It will be a nail-biter of a series. I'd love to watch it. And I think Phoenix will win the championship this year. They're just so talented, and I think they'll be able to win it here in 7. And that's all I have for you today. So thank you for watching the video, and have a nice day.